welcome to the WGP World Series, the Jet Ski World Cup right here in Pattaya, Thailand. This is Dawn Dawson. We're here live as we start the first of our World Series racing today. We've been lucky enough to bear witness to an incredible week of racing here in Pattaya. This wild card stop on the jet ski racing calendar and one of the crown jewels of racing across the globe. Several of the riders you'll see in the water here today are racing their second, third, and even fourth race of the week, and many more will take to the water for the first time. So what will it be today? A chance for us to see riders take their very first World Championship title, an opportunity for us to see our previous world champions add another victory to the belts, or will there emerge an unexpected victor right at the very end of the day? And we have seen a tremendous amount of that, including that gentleman you're watching on the screen right now, Jaden Richardson, who took his first title yesterday, the 16-year-old phenom with one of the most outstanding performances that we saw all weekend. Shout out to Cambodian Mustan Min, who had one of the most premier series of races yesterday. You're watching Matthias Reynes, your current points leader in the ProAm Ski two-stroke lights. And we are underway with our first race of the morning as we get started. This is going to be a 14-minute timed race plus a lap. And as we have changed that format up over the years, this is one of the opportunities that we get to see these performers really have to deal with conditions that I have not encountered in quite a while. Super high humidity. These guys are dealing with over 70%, 80% humidity. The temperatures the last couple of days have been ranging in the 80s. So as you can imagine, when they're working on the boats, sweat pouring off their faces, it's been definitely a test of endurance. But the fans seem to be having an amazing time. Let's talk a little bit about the Russian Rockets. That's what you're watching on the screen right now. The Russian team brought over 28 riders to this event. Let's talk about the number of riders here in Pattaya, Thailand. Over 300 competitors from 40 different countries represented. And that is Jaden Richardson under power right now. Let's talk a little bit about the points as we come into the World Series. As you know, we've got two different series that we're going to be dealing with. The World Series, there's been 4 stops for that. Jaden's in the lead, Matthias in second. And the first stop we had in Helsinki, Poland, mid-year, followed by Vichy, France. First time at both of those venues. The riders seemed very impressed, but those venues vastly different. Helsinki, Poland was cold. So cold. In fact, these riders were dealing with a lot of the races in dry suits. I don't think I've ever seen Georgi Kasha race in a dry suit, and yet that was the conditions they were dealing with in Helsinki. Amazing race location. Went to Vichy, France. We followed up with Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Hot, dry temperatures. And now we rounded out with one of the most grueling but super fun locations. This is Pattaya, Thailand. And you can see how excited the fans have been this entire week and all the different countries represented. We also get the opportunity this weekend to watch some slalom with the juniors, and that the last couple of days has had, I think, some of the most exciting, truly, it's been some of the most exciting racing. Lynn, of course, Francois, Benji, and Yuki's daughter looked so spectacular out there, and you're watching Jaden Richardson currently in the lead in the ProAm Ski Lights. I promised you some points. Let's take a look at the overall points for the series. It's Matthias Reynes right now with 153 points coming into this. He took a win in Poland and another win in France. Dropped back a bit in points. Pulled off, I believe, a 6th place in the U.S. Right now he's at 153. Bernie Gannot is closest to him. Bernie not here. He's got 95 points. Jonathan Rayner in 3rd with 91 points. Andrew Hubert-Laurie is in this mix. He's in 4th place with 80 points. When I take a look at Jaden Richardson for the World Series, he's actually down in 11th place, but with the other riders not showing up, he's got an opportunity at a World Series as well as a World Cup overall win. Well, that gets you up to speed as we get ready to go, and you can just see out over this incredible location. Let's talk about one of the bigger and more technical tracks, again, I've seen on this entire race circuit. What you're looking at right now is a split section. It's over on the left-hand side if you're facing out over the water. Jaden Richardson going to the outside split. Now, where we're at is, if you've ever been to Pattaya, Thailand, do you see those yellow buoys just off at the upper left-hand corner? Those yellow buoys are unmovable. Those actually are a part of the government structure, and we weren't allowed to move those buoys when we set up the course. So that provided a couple of interesting technical challenges for the riders. Because we're not able to move the buoys, we actually had to make a bigger track. So there's almost two completely separate sections. Here's another shot on the right-hand side. None of those yellow buoys are movable. Look how many chicane turns these riders had to take. Now, right now, it looks deceptive, right? We're looking at about 0.9 meters as far as waves, but there are some absolute tsunamis still cruising in on that backstretch. The riders yesterday in the afternoon were dealing with big heat, big humidity, and big waves. They were catching a lot of air. Andrew Vo, one of the riders from the U.S., a young junior rider coming over for the first time out of Texas, got a chance to catch up with him, and he said, Dawn, the conditions are intense out on the water. Very technical, very fun track. Certainly fun to get a perspective from a first-timer here in Pattaya, Thailand. And a shout-out to his dad, of course, Tony Vo, a longtime supporter of jet ski racing and a jet ski racer in his own right. Of course, the gentleman that founded a legacy company called Jet Tribe. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And now his son, Andrew Vo, out on the track this weekend. When I caught up with Tony, his conversation to me was, you know, Dawn, it's so fascinating to watch the racing from the perspective of a father versus being out here as a sponsor and a manufacturer, you know, selling product and developing a brand. White flag is up. You are watching the first moto of 4 motos for these competitors. Now, all of the riders will be doing 4 motos, with the exception if you have a qualifier. And red alert, I've got some news for you. Qualifying will be happening in the GP1 Runabout class. We're going to be taking 18 riders to the line. And 3 of those riders are going to be qualifying if you went to all 4 stops. And if you're in the top 3 in points, you won't have to qualify, which means 15 slots are open. And we're going to be doing Runabout GP1 qualifying today. So put your trays in the upright and locked position. That is going to be one of the most exciting races of the day. I think we're going to have 2 qualifiers. 6 will be transferring out of those 2 qualifiers, and then of course we'll have an LCQ rounding out the final 3 for the 15 riders that have the opportunity to go. 44 entered in the Runabout GP1 class, so tensions are going to be high in the pits for that Runabout GP1. Now, I know that brings the question up for you, will we be doing qualifying in the GP1 ski division? No. We got 20 riders going to the line today, no qualifying. Not today. They'll be going to the line tomorrow. And congratulations to Jaden Richardson. He made that look sweet and easy. The young gun, he's 16 years old, out of Australia. Currently got a win. I'm Dawn Dawson. Thanks for joining us here live. I know it's in the evening over in the United States. I want to say a special thanks to the Sport Authority of Thailand, who's been a sponsor for us for many years. The next race down on the line is going to be ProAm Runabout Superstock. Linus Lindberg is in the points with this as we come to this for the World Series on boat number 63. He's got 173 points coming into this round. And there is boat number T17. That's Katnyo Chomin riding for Thailand, Garage Complete and FlowJet Racing Team. Let's see after they drew balls. Now, we went to the riders' meeting last night, and during the riders' meeting, all of the competitors had to draw for their positions down on the line today. And that was a little bit different too. It's 149 balls that they were drawing for. So depending on where you drew, that will be how you're going to do the lineup today. You can see the K5 boat down. That is Jin-Won Kim riding for South Korea, sponsored by Marine Mechanic. Also down on the line, boat number 77, that's Yoon Hyun Kim, another South Korean rider, riding for AK Performance. And getting these riders in the gate as we finish up. Again, your top two in the ProAm Ski 2 stroke lights. Jaden Richardson, followed by Matthias Reynes. Boat number 22, Khalid Almohanadi. Khalid, by the way, in second with 149 points in that World Series. It's on the number 22 boat today. There's boat 17, Katnyu Chomin. Boat number 9, 117. This is your inside split. He is third on the inside line. That's Adapan Kutsa, one of Thailand's legends. He rides for Jet Ski for Rent by John Poole. Also down on the line, that looks like boat number 33, Shin Shan, riding for China, sponsored by China Pro Tune. He's a Pro Tune team. And on the outside, K5, Jin-Won Kim. As we get ready to go, Jin's holder's having a hard time keeping him back behind the line. You must maintain a certain distance behind that lineup. And we've got deep sand down there for the holders. And a little bit of creepage happening. Good start for your riders. Khalid Al-Mohadi, looking like a good run for him. And your inside split, it is going to be Khalid Al-Mohanadi, the gentleman currently second in the race series with that 149. Seke Zolte also out on the line. He's in third in points, and it's going to be a T16 from the outside, meeting up with Al-Mohanadi, and T16 with the whole shot. That is Orifan Tirapatpanich, one of the fastest women riders in Thailand, riding for Pusan Sea-Doo, and Orifan with the whole shot. Boat number 22, right there in that mix, second place for Khalid Al-Mohanadi. And as we watch throughout the week, that inside split just a tidge fast. That's going to be the triple fours of Zolt Seke in fourth place. So Orifan, whole shot, followed by Khalid Al-Mohanadi and Zolt Seke. And isn't that interesting? Your top three competitors in the points for the World Series, currently top three on the World Cup. Watching the different race teams up here as we get ready to go. Let's take a look at this 14-minute plus a lap race. And Zolt Seke, just like that from the inside split, taking over second place. It was so cool to see him on Facebook yesterday, posting up. He's got 3 world championships out here at Pattaya, Thailand. They have the wall of fame behind the stands with all of the winners in each one of the classes, and it is just so inspiring to see the riders come up and take pictures of their past accomplishments. And Zolt Seke, one of your premier riders out of Hungary, good friends with Georgi Kasha. Khalid Al-Mohanadi back in third. He is a gentleman that's a government servant on his 9 to 5. He's got a boat built by Champ Team Built Boat, and he said he just likes that 22 number. Looks like Hungary going to take the inside split. That's Seke Zolte. And Khalid Al-Mohani going to try to see if he can pick up some pace. Orifan to the outside. Seke Zolt putting pressure. And Seke holding off Khalid Al-Mohanadi. Khalid, a Thai Cup winner in 2019. Interesting side note about him, Khalid loves horseback riding as well. One of his favorite hobbies. Khalid Al-Mohani riding for Qatar, and it was great to see the Qatar team. They always bring a big number of riders that are legends in the sport, and there's Seke Zolte, gentleman up in second place. Seke Zolte out of Budapest, Hungary. Did you know he's a 9-time Hungarian champion, 10-time European champion? And it says he's a 3-time Triple Crown winner. Said his multiple goal is to come and get some more wins, and he's certainly got an opportunity to do that. He's currently in third. Marcin Senda out of Poland is coming up in fourth, but I'm not sure I see the Poland team here this weekend. And already the live stream lighting up for us. Special thanks to our official clothing sponsor, Jet Pilot. And Jaden Richardson, by the way, took the win again in that first moto. He's already got a world title at Expert GP yesterday. It is going to be a great day of racing. Jamie Lee Bohat joining us on the line. Shout out to Great Lakes Watercross Racing and all the amazing work that you do. Bailey Cunningham, let's go. Hey, watching all the way from Milwaukee, Eric Neals, great to have you. Rocky Sapetra, Don Dawson, love to see you watching all the way from Bali, Indonesia, Rocky. Andrew Hubert Laurie did have some problems on that boat in that first moto in ProAm Ski two strokes. Bailey qualifying for the Runabout GP1 is going to be during the lunchtime. I'll keep you up to date on that one. Rocky, it does look like this. You've got to come racing again. Mike Yellett, great to have you out on the live stream. Angel Mahindri, love to have you. Ken Gallagher, love to have you out here as well. Again, you're watching the second race of the day, ProAm Runabout Superstock. There's going to be a 14-minute moto plus a lap. By the way, your last year's Runabout Superstock Thai Cup, let's give some shout out to past champions. Katayun Chuman taking the win. Yes, last year, Khalid Al-Mazmi got second. Pirouat Sigronguk got third, and Sot Seke got fourth. Junichiro got fifth last year at Pattaya, Thailand. Kunarung Kaljun saying go 917. Let's take a look back out on the track. And Orifan on boat number 17, rocking this lead. That is Katnu Chuman, you saw on boat 17, back and forth. And there is boat 33. Xinshan riding for China. Taking a look at our top 5. Orifan Terapat Panich out of Nakorn Province, Thailand, jet ski instructor and a pork trader of all things. And if you want some great entertainment, you got to get on Orifan, her Facebook page. She is just an absolute joy to watch on Facebook. That was Linus Lindberg. You got a chance to watch also in the top 5. Linus Lindberg, currently your World Series leader with 173 points. And boat number 17, Katnu Chomin. And unfortunately, Fawn just broke on the T16 boat, so giving us a new race leader. Hi, Valentina Liscano. I miss you too. Earl Snyder, I'm not sure exactly what time Snyder race is going to start. I'll get an update for you. Kyle Niquette, good to see you on the live stream. All right, Seke Zolte, your new leader. after Fawn breaking down after that great start. So Orton is out of it right now with a broken boat. And more riders going slow. We'll try to get it up close on that rider that is experiencing some issues. Seke Zolte, two-time world champion. He said his main training actually isn't on the water. It's on the circuit. And just taking a look at your overview, like Seke Zolte followed by Khalid Al-Mohanadi, your top two. Joyce de Rios Ignacio. Man, Anton was on fire at the World Finals in Lake Havasu. Another young gun riding for the Philippines. Great to have the Philippines joining us on the live stream. And there's Shin Shan. Shin Shan, your Chinese rider. Shen wants to be a world champion. That boat, by the way, built by Inpro Racing. That's Linus Lindberger, points leader for the World Series. Also, quick shout out to our title sponsors this year, Sports Authority of Thailand. Special thanks, National Sports Development Fund. Couldn't have jet ski racing without this huge sponsorship by the Sports Development Fund. And 917 also out of that, Adapon Kunza with boat problems, and that is going to cost him some critical points. We've got PTT Lubricants down out here representing, and a great sponsor, Freedom Racing, Eurosport, Jet Pilot, Divari Hotel, IJSBA, the TJSBA, and organized by the Asian Multisports, Jet Ski World Cup, Grand Prix, also some of our top sponsors. Don't forget to follow us on the live stream, and of course, please connect with us with all the different social media. You can go to WGP1. Actually, I found if you type in WGP1 Jet Ski, you can find us on all the different social medias. Please follow us on that. YouTube's got some great highlight coverage for you as well. All right, again, you're watching us click through these laps. This course, one of the bigger courses, and it's almost two courses in one. You got this front stretch, and then you come on a big front stretch, and then you got to go to a different section. And that section has a series of double turns, and you can see this right-hand side of the track as the white flag comes out. And Khalid Al-Mohanadi is in a perfect position at the moment, running up at second on the first of four motos. Seke Zolte leading, Khalid Al-Mohanadi in second place. Linus Lindberg, top five. Khalid Al-Mohanadi, 27 years old, out of Doha, Qatar. And he is matching wits right now with a gentleman that is 48 years old, Seke Zolte from Hungary. Seke coming into this with 87 points. Up in third, Khalid Al-Mohanadi's got a comfortable second place with a lot of points. 149, Khalid meant to all four stops. Split section's been pretty close this weekend. Oh, Seke taking the win. A beautiful job for the gentleman out of Budapest as the checker flag comes up. And Al-Mohanadi going to be second. Going to be boat number 17, Cotton Yu Chomin, for your third place. I believe Linus Lindbergh right in either 4th or 5th. So beautiful run for the gentleman that has been buddies with Georgi Kasha. His first win ever was in 2017. His rider sponsors, Kaja Racing and Jet Tribe for Seke Zolte. And his daughter races as well. Beautiful competitor. He used to play football. Said, 30 years, Dawn, I have too many football injuries, so I'm going to go to jet ski racing because somehow he thinks that's easier. Special thanks to Amazing Thailand, one of our premier sponsors for the World Cup. You're watching the WGP World Series. This is the Grand Prix. Also special thanks to Toyota. And the young ladies getting ready to go down here. Give you that lineup one moment. Look at Eminelli Orton-Hall as she gets ready to go, riding a fast power sports boat, also powered by QB1, of course. And as I mentioned, all of the riders yesterday are actually riding boats in these positions after drawing for those positions last night at a very formal and informative riders meeting. By the way, if they get called for premature acceleration, they will not be losing the handlers. The holders will still be able to hold for them. There's River Varner down on the line. Got a quick shot there, boat number 64, Yasmin Epraus. The young lady that is in the points lead right now with 166 points. She's got the opportunity at a first World Series ever. River Varner in second with 144 points. Eminelli Orton-Hall, who took the World Series last year, is back in third with 139 points. Lou Dartelot on a brand new design boat. She's going to be riding that Spectrum boat. She's back in fourth with 105 points. Estelle Perret was in fifth. Estelle, I hope you're on the live stream. It's so sad to not see you here racing. She had a pretty severe injury and chose to be smart about that. She's going to take the rest of this year off and get ready for next year. Benedict Drange is in sixth with 78 points. Jessica Chavon in seventh with 60 points. Let's take a look at who's on the lineup today. Yasmin Epraus on the outside. Outside, right next to her on the outside is boat number 9, Kamwan Nong Yang. River Varner is on the pole position on the outside. And Eminelli Orton-Hall, the pole position on the inside. Boat number 14 also on the inside, Maria Beshnia, riding for Russia. And hand up for Yasmin Epraus as she's got some boat challenges. And ProAm Ski GP on the lineup. And boat number 9, Kamo Yun Yang, ride for Thailand. And looks like they did get that boat going for her. She's right in the middle on this outside. And there's Eminelli Orton-Hall. And boat number 3, that is Sophie Borgström, riding for Sweden, and she's going to be on the inside split. What a great story for this young lady out of Sweden. That Sophie Borgström had a double wrist surgery. Little bit of a sleeper start, but look at Sophie Borgström pulling on the inside split. Woo! Great start for her and Eminelli Orton-Hall. Eminelli Orton-Hall gets the whole pull on the inside, followed by Sophie Borgström and Maria Beshdanina on the inside, and Eminelli Orton-Hall on fire on the inside split. Will River Varner be able to meet up with her from the outside? And it looks like it's going to be Yasmin Epraus on the outside split. So the young lady from Estonia will be battling with the young lady from Sweden. Eminelli with the momentum from the inside takes the whole shot. Beautiful job for boat number 98, a multiple world champion and your World Series winner from last year, currently in the lead. Followed by boat number 64, that is Yasmin Epraus. So Eminelli Orton-Hall, whole shot, leading in this first one. Another 14-minute moto underway. Yasmini Prouse, current points leader for the World Series. And check these points. She's got a 22-point spread between her and River Varner. And River Varner up in third. This girl has been, you know the Hunger Games, right? I'm going to say this girl's been on fire. River Varner, so impressive, riding for the U.S. It makes it even more wild when you take a look at the history. Prior to last year, River Varner had never been out of the country. And then came to Thailand, went to Dubai, and was competing in Dubai. And, man, she has got the travel bug hard. She's currently second in the World Series with the 144 points. She's only 22 years old. River Varner, going to be one to watch. She's back in third on the track. And there is Yasmini Prouse, your points leader, coming into this. And she's got her first opportunity to win a World Series. Young lady that enjoys alpine skiing and history and art and Polaroid photography in Manila, Orton-Hall. There's Yasmini Prouse, the young lady that I was talking about. She's already got 1 degree. She was going to school in Portugal this year. And River Varner, boat number 23, out of Lake Havasu. So she lives in Riverside, California. I keep trying to say she's in Lake Havasu. She owns a clothing business, by the way, Riding Vibes. She said she created that just a year ago, and she's got some really great shirts. And I got to say, I hope her dad is doing well. Mom was saying that her dad came over and got kind of sick, and River Varner was battling that as well. Fourth place, Sophie Borgstrom. What a phenom. She's actually riding one of the Knauf boats. That is one of Mustin Men's boats. And Omut Salih, I believe. Actually, it might be Omut Salih's boat, backup boat. And Sophie Borgstrom back and forth. Håkan Borgstrom, of course, a big proponent of racing back in Sweden, has really helped and create that sport and build a lot of champions. Him and Johan Johansson worked together to build the Nordic Championship this year. And how great was that to see Jonina Johansson take a massive win, one of the young Swedish ladies. This year you'll get to see her out on the track. There's Yasmini Prouse. Now watch the riding style for Yasmini Prouse. One of the more physical riders. She races quite a bit with the men. I'm not sure that I'm supposed to share this yet, so I'll wait until she gives me the okay to share. But she's got a big announcement for 2024. I think you're going to be very excited to watch her. Yeah, Glenn Elliott. I'm not sure I could say that on the line. But one of her T-shirt slogans, you can actually see it on the live stream. Glenn Elliott's sharing it. You ought to pick up one of the T-shirts from her. Tara Lejo, my God, woman, it's so great to have you on the live stream. Tara Lejo, a legend in her sport, definitely one of the GOATs in women's racing, and we love having you here. And by the way, just celebrating a birthday this past month. Congratulations and happy birthday. Oh, and Maria, thank you so much. Best Chastnia. Bradley Vaquez saying, let's go. River, there's your 5th place rider. Kamwan Non Hong from Thailand up in 5th. And the halfway markers, courtesy markers coming out from the tower. Again, we're watching a 14-minute moto. And guys, I wish I could tell you that these race conditions were easy, but watch how these boats are chiming. We're in morning racing here. It's about 9:30ish in the morning. Give me your times from around the world so I get a sense of that. But it's pretty quiet out here. But here's what I've noticed about the track, particularly the right-hand side of the track. Incredibly technical. These double turns are a little bit easier to protect. But what it does is wear the riders down a lot because you don't get a lot of brakes. The reason that you don't get a lot of brakes, they're able to maintain higher speeds on these double turns. And because of that, they're not able to stretch their backs too often. So you're going to see a couple of opportunities where they get out of that rider stance. Back stretch is not one of them. Very technical back stretch. A lot of cross waves coming in. And we've seen some of those waves wipe out the riders. They took out the twins yesterday, Tanawin Moli and Tana Widmoley, 6 and Sense, actually damn near went off their boats yesterday in some of those big race conditions, and the junior riders had their hands full as well. Eminelli Orton-Hall, doesn't she look spectacular? Really leans over the side of the boat on that fast power sport. She said she really likes the way this boat handles, and she loves the way Quentin Bosch does all the fine-tuning for her on these boats. Of course, her dad has helped her for years keeping these boats racing. You're watching your race leader, Eminelli Orton-Hall, and ProAm Women Ski. She debuted only back in 2010, so while she's certainly not a rookie, look at the pedigree. 8 world championships, second Nordic championship, 2-time slalom, and a Swedish Cup winner as well. Young lady that used to be, she actually started when I first met her on the Pro Force, and then went over to this fast power sports boat. And she's very competent on just about any hull she jumps on, but sure is liking these new hulls from Fast Power Sports and QB1. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up with some of the riders and do some interviews. There is Yasmini Prouse. In a second, I like that new boat color she's got, the red and orange and black. Beautiful symbolization representing these tie colors in the WGP World Series colors, which are orange, white, and black. Beautiful turn coming onto the front stretch, and Eminelli Orton-Hall is now in lap traffic, but no problems, no dramas for her as she comes through. Dropping down low into the tray, and as I said, you can see that signature. She keeps her feet pretty close together in these flatter water conditions. Pushing on the edge of those pads. They've got customized pads on the each one of these boats, and that by itself is, to me, kind of one of the cool customizations. They set up these boats with the dips and the depressions so that they can keep their feet in the right position, and it's very instinctive for them taking these turns. A lot of muscle memory on the training. Although for you and I guess easy to see that it looks very easy from our perspective, but there are a lot of minor adjustments that are very critical adjustments to help keep those boats hooked up. And it's not always about just the fastest boat. All of these boats are very, very close in top-end speed. It's the acceleration and the handling. There's a great shot there of Sebastian Girello, Cebu. Girello, of course, Go Fast team, and has had that Go Fast company for many years. White flag comes up for Eminelli Orton-Hall. Sebastian, of course, has been helping out River Varner, and he said, in Melhinki, Poland, if you don't do good on this one, I'm going to take your boat away. Pretty sure he was kidding, telling River that. White flag comes out. No change on the top 5. Eminelli Orton-Hall leading, Yasmini Prouse second, River Varner in third, and Sophie Borgstrom in fourth. In boat number 9, that's Kamunwan Non Hong for Thailand, and jet ski for rent by John Poole. And there's Yasmini Prouse. So we've got Sweden, Estonia, Estonia, U.S., and Sweden, and then Thailand. Your top 5. That's the 4 countries represented in your top 5 placings. Easy peasy riding here so far for this final lap for River. Playing a smart game. I like how this girl rides. She plays a lot of strategy. She doesn't get over amped down on the line, and I know she's probably fighting a little bit of the cold as her dad caught a cold, and she said that she was starting to feel it as well. She's had a lot of training with Rafael Moran, who you're going to be seeing take the track very soon. Oh, and Carl is saying that Nacho Armia is that your ski that Yasmin's riding? That's a good one. I'm not sure. Harley, I wish you were here too. Oh my gosh, you did so spectacular at the World Finals. Harley Richardson joined us on the live stream. Harley Ritchie, I mean. And there they come as they finish up. Congratulations to Eminelli Orton-Hall. followed by Yasmin Epraus and River Varner, your top three. Beautiful job for Eminelli. And up next, we're going to be having a big class. It's going to be ProAm Runabout Stock. 15 riders will be making their way to the line, to include Francois Midori, who has had an outstanding year. And you can see there, looks like Danny Bosch down there, Quentin Bosch's dad, helping getting that water boat out of the water. And there is boat number 63, Linus Lindberg, on the pole position on the inside. I tell you what, guys, I'm going to do this lineup, but I'm going to make you wait. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to our proudest moment. Tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for Thais to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
New Fortuner Leader สัญลักษณ์ใหม่แห่งความสำเร็จสำหรับผู้นำที่พร้อมลุยในทุกสถานการณ์สะท้อนความสำเร็จในแบบคุณกับ Fortuner Leader Generation ที่โชว์รูมโตโยต้าทั่วประเทศน้ำมันหล่อลื่น Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic พลังช่วยปกป้องเพื่อรถยนต์นั่งดีเซลทุกประเภทให้พลังแรงช่วยยืดอายุการเปลี่ยนถ่ายช่วยประหยัดเชื้อเพลิงต้อง Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic จาก PTG Lubricants
National Sport Development Funds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And we are on the start here for ProAm Runabout Stock. I did get that Linus Lindberg was on the pole position, but it looks like Tori Snyder with the hole shot. Tori Snyder out of the United States. And boat number 323 in second. And that is going to be Tanapat Chai Wang Duan up in second. Actually, Tori is in second. Check that. Sorry, I'm on the just the TV screen. I'm not able to see the racetrack, so they're feeding me and you the top three at the same time. So looks like 323 Tanapat with a hole shot. Tori Snyder in second and boat number 35 in third. Sorawat Fasuk riding for Thailand. And you can see the team manager down there for Qatar. And we've got a lot of different riders. Waleed Al-Sharshani is in this one. And there is your race leader, boat number 323. Tanapat. And look at that gun. Tori Snyder, second place. Tori not able to make all of the rounds, so he's hunting a weekend World Cup. Shin Shan up in third. on boat number 33. What a great ride. This guy's had an incredible year. Okay, we checked that Shinshan is in 4th. So it is 35 still in 3rd. All right, again, here's your rundown. Let me check that up for you. 323, Tanapat in the lead, and Nudicorn up in this as well. Man, we've got some incredible riders in here. Linus Lindberg's in this one. Agidius. Linus ride for Sweden. Agidius for Lithuania. Nudicorn, Thailand. Abdullah Alfadel riding for Kuwait. Yeah, Abdullah, by the way, your World Series winner last year. In fact, let's talk about the last year World Series wins. Abdullah Alfadel taking the win last year. Nudicorn Pupak D was 2nd. Khalid Almo Hanadi was in 3rd. Matthias Simon was in 4th. And Linus Lindberg in 5th. That was last year's top 5 in this class in the World Series. And 244, that is the gentleman that placed 2nd last year, and he is currently in 5th. Boat 244, Nudicorn Pupak D. And there's boat number 30. I believe Alfadel is in 6th place. Oh my gosh, I love our camera crew for keeping us up to date and helping you keep up to date as well. Again, your gentleman that took the win last year back in 6th. And in 7th place, the rider for Qatar, that is Waleed Al-Sharshani. Back in 7th for Waleed. Your race leader, boat 323, Tanapat. Your Thai rider. And Shin Shan taking a lot of pressure from Nudicorn Pupak D. And this is what I talked about. It's easier to protect those double buoys. And Shin Shan just holding off Nudicorn Pupak D because he's able to maintain that speed. Now, the riders had been talking about asking these guys to pull out some of the doubles, and you could see that one of those doubles was replaced yesterday to a single. And that is an opportunity for Nudicorn to sweep around Shin Shan. Not able to do it quite yet. There are a series of double turns, and then they come around a far big turn, and then they've got another series of chicane turns, and then they pop on the backstretch. That's what you're watching. That's the right-hand side of the track. This track is over almost 2.9 kilometers, and they're navigating over 60 buoys each lap. Several areas where they have merge buoys, and if you're familiar with jet ski racing, when you get in those merge buoys, you're not allowed to be on the wrong side. There's your top 5, Tanapat, followed by Tori Snyder. Sorawat in 3rd, and Yuchi in 4th. Now here's your top 5 on the track. Tanapat, followed by Tori Snyder, and boat number 35, Sorawat in 3rd, Shin Shen in 4th, Nudicorn Pupak D in 5th, Alfadel in 6th, and Waleed Al-Sharshani and Sorawat Fasi. Sorawat on boat 35. I don't have a whole lot information on him, unfortunately, because he's doing really well. So if you're on the live stream and you are friends with Sorawat, give me some cool inside scoop. Carl Selter, come on, Matthias Simon. Ning, 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 saying go 323. And again, there's your lineup, Tanapat, Tori, Sorawat, Chin, and Nudicorn. Isn't it funny, Unicorn, your race and series winner last year, back in 5th this year. Oh, how things change, right? Look at Tonopot, very young rider. Out here holding off some big names in this industry. Jason Psycho Ward saying awesome work. Tori Snyder, man, no kidding. Tori's had a big year in the United States, and he says one of his goals is to come over and race more in Europe and Asia next year. And they had a big press release that they are rolling out an Asian series, and that is a big series. Check out that press release on the WGP1 Facebook page. It'll give you more updates on what's going to be happening for the 24 season. But my prediction is the 24 season is probably going to be one of the biggest years of racing, both obviously in the United States, really firing up with a lot of big announcements, but Asia rolled out with a huge tour next year as well. And of course, the WGP1 series is going to come back with a very aggressive tour. I don't have all the stops announced yet publicly, but I do hear that we're going to be having yet another couple of stops, one at least, if not two, in Europe, of course, the USA, and the big crown jewel that is right here in Pattaya, Thailand. What a great job that boat number 33 is doing, holding off the pack. Shin Shan holding off Unicorn Pupak D. Tonopot after the whole shot, no changes. Again, this is, I do believe, another 14-minute moto plus a lap. Yeah, it's 14 minutes, yeah. 14 minutes plus 1 lap for Pro Runabout stock. And up next is going to be your ProAm Ski 4-stroke lights. We got a lighter day today, but there's Abdullah Alfadel. Abdullah back in 6th. Abdullah Alfadel, your World Series champion from last year. This young man riding for Kuwait, a lawyer in his 9-to-5 job. Always had race boat number 30 because he thought he would retire from racing at 30. He did not. And Waleed Al-Shashani on cruise control. He's back in 7th, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to that spot after dealing with some boat problems. What a heartbreaker for this incredible competitor out of Qatar. Waleed Al-Shashani having problems with his boat. Was back in 7th. Don't think he'll be able to hold on to that. Heartbreaker for the Qatar team. And there is a 3-2-3. The race leader, and you can see Ozone PBS up there as the white flag comes out for boat 3-2-3. Tonopot. Outstanding ride. First to finish. I'm not sure Midori actually was in the lineup. I got a question on the live stream if Francois Midori, the rider from France, was going to be on here. I didn't see him. I did not see him. He was registered. Dave Hamilton, great to have you. Big Dave Wave watching from Ohio. Chris McCluggage, one of the GOATs in our sport, shouting out for Tori. Chris, great to have you on the live stream, sir. Tori and Sorawat, by the way, 2-second distance, 2-second time has all the gap between those top two riders for most of this race, only 2 seconds. Tori has not let up on the pressure as we finalize this white flag. See Tori going to the inside as Tonopot working the outside split. Actually, Tonopot dropping onto that front stretch slot. Beautiful job for Tonopot. And Tonopot Cheong Ton Danan, riding for Thailand, Ozone Jet Ski, BPS, and Liqui-Moly. No change in the top 5. Tori Snyder. Got a good spot as we got a lot of motos they've got to go through. 4 motos for each of these classes, unless you're qualifying. And then there will be 3 motos for you on qualifying, and that will be the setup, if you will, for Runabout GP. There's a lot of chatter last night. You could see Tori's dad, the slugger down there, Troy Snyder, congratulating him. And the rest of his teammates down there as well. As we get ready to go for our next lineup. And Andrew Hubert Laurie. Here is ProAm Ski 4-stroke lights and Mustan Men on the pole position on the inside. Yeah, Andrew Hubert Laurie right next to him. And it looks like Matthias Reynes also on the inside. Again, on this first round, all of these numbers were drawn randomly. Just trying to get a look there. That's 422, I believe, also on the inside. Aki Nipnaturan. And there's Andrew Hubert Laurie from Estonia. The 422 Akin Nipcharan riding for Yamaha Hero and Jet Bangkok. Oh, look at him. He's definitely ready to rock and roll. This is your inside lineup. There's Matthias Reynes on the inside, fourth on that inside lineup. And him and his dad down there rides for Estonia. And boat number 8, Naratip Tongyu, riding for Thailand, an OTS racing team. Naratip on boat number 8. That's your inside position. Sergey Aleksenko riding for Cyprus, also on the lineup. Troklet Mikkel. Looks like T4 is going to be on the outside pole position. And there's American Rustan for riding for Russia. Boat number 10, Troklet Mikkel riding for France on the outside. And boat number 130 also on the outside. That's Sergey Alekso for Cyprus. And then Tanawin Moli on boat number 4. He's on a backup boat. Tanawin will be on the outside. Once again, your pole position, Mustin Men on the pole on the inside. And Marakhanov Rustam, one of the 28 Russian riders. He's going to have the pole position on that outside. Again, this is ProAm Ski 4-strokes, light division, and this class has really grown. Chow Kujarun, one of the legends riding for Flamingo for years and years, actually really opened our eyes to how fast Thai runabout riders are. He took several world titles in the United States, and now Chocolate Moli's kids out here representing and building legends of their own, and one of those is Tanawin Moli, the twins. Carl Selter, go Hubert. Sat Tree, go boat number 323. That was the race prior to. Here's your last year's Thai Cup. Paul Thomas, Matthias Reynes, and Omat Salih taking the top 3. Linda Jarvo saying, yay, Tori. Got a lot of people on the live stream. Bobby Kearns, great to have you. Wow, Bobby Kearns, that's a blast from the past. Used to be a big racer in the United States. Well, still a big racer. Joining us on the live stream. Great to have you, sir. Super hot race conditions. Very high humidity. It's been very challenging for the riders. Naratip waving to the cameras as these guys get ready to roll. And this one's going to be a big one. As far as the race times, let's take a look. 14 minutes is going to be the lap time. Special thanks to Amazing Thailand. You know, if you've ever had this as a bucket list, I can't emphasize enough the kindness and generosity of the people that live here. This place is just unbelievable. It's the second largest economy in Southeast Asia here in Thailand. And the tropical climate, I mean, I'm whining, not on purpose, but the humidity here is intense. But December is actually considered the dry, mild season, so I can only imagine just how intense the racing really is over here, and that would explain how it has honed some of the global legends in our sport right here in Thailand, to include Chok Moli and Chowlit Kujaroon. By the way, T4 riding for Knauf, who's got a brand new slogan this year, Build on Us. Big global insulation company and one of the big teams here. And we've got a ton of big teams. Speaking of big teams, welcome to Siam Watercraft, a huge sponsor for us for the 2023 WGP WATERJET World Series. Thank you so much, Siam Watercraft. They've got a big tent down here and a lot of riders that they've been sponsoring, and a big support in the sport. Thank you guys so much, Ben, and the rest of the team. We appreciate you being a part of watercraft racing. Siam Watercraft. Also a shout out to the Tourism Authority of Thailand. Without all of this government support and the tourism support from the Tourism Authority, we certainly wouldn't be able to put on quite a show. There has been signage all the way from when these riders landed in Bangkok. There's signage all over Bangkok, and then when we got to Pattaya, the place was literally surrounded by banners supporting this big race, and we've had a huge number of crowds and record number of viewers. We're looking to uplink to a satellite of over 700 million viewers. You see Ross Moore in the tower as they get the card up and they are ready to go. We're watching 4 ProAm Ski 4-stroke lights. All right, you guys, we got to start. We've got one of the riders that went awry there on that inside split. Oh, red flag, and I can certainly see why. I'm not sure the riders all were holding their line on that. I had to just get an update. By the way, we are going to go off ever so briefly after this class. We're going to be off the live stream, but not for long. And I'll tell you why. Approximately, don't quote me, but approximately 11:30-ish, 11-ish, we're going to be going to Runabout GP1 qualifying. You and I both know that's one you do not want to miss. So set your clocks. Make sure you stay tuned on the Facebook page and the live stream link, because we will be bringing to you live coverage of the Runabout GP1 qualifying. We're only taking 18 riders to the line, and 3 of those spots are already given away to the top 3 riders that went to all 4 spots this year, which means out of 40-some riders, only 15 spots are going to be open. We're going to take 6 in the first LCQ, 6 in the first qualifier, 6 in the second qualifier, and 3 in the LCQ. It is going to be a nerve-wracking, very intense moment, and we don't want you to miss that action. So Runabout GP1 will be coming back after the break. So we'll be breaking after this, ProAm Ski 4-stroke lights, and then we'll be back with qualifying. So there's your teaser. All right, we got him back on the line. Let's see if they're going to penalize anybody on that start. I don't see anything yet. And I did hear the whistle. Ross Moore, one of your race directors of 5 race directors, very premier race directors from around the world, are both in the tower and behind the line. Simon Ricks, of course, working the line, as well as Peter de Smet from Belgium. Ross Moore in the tower. Patrick Mell is up behind you just saw the crowds here. He's actually up above those crowds, helping monitor the starts. And our head race director, good starts for Amerikanov Rustam from Russia. And you can see the crowds reacting. Austin Min getting a little bit pinched on that start. Andrew Hubert Laurie in this one on the inside. And Mateus Reynes on here. Let's see who gets this one. And it looks like Mateus Reynes with a whole shot of the inside split. Mateus Reynes. Who is going to match up with him? I is right. And Mateus Reynes with the whole shot. Beautiful run for Mateus Reynes. And I think it was Americanov Rostam up in second. I'll try to get that number for you in just one moment. Looks like Andrew Hubert Laurie back and forth. There, Mateus Reynes, your first place. Oh, it's Treclet, Michael Treclet on boat number 10 for second. Your rider for France. Won't make mistake that again since I know the color of that boat now. And it's going to be boat number 8. That is Narateep Tongyu. Narateep Tongyu for third. And Andrew Hubert Laurie, as I mentioned, in fourth. Easy to see Anders' number. He sure does keep it simple, doesn't he, this little rider out of Estonia. What a force of nature. This riders from Estonia have really created such an impressive team this year, and actually the last several years. And it looks like boat number 8, Narateep's going to try that inside split. Your other 3 riders will be going to the outside. And Mateus Reynes. Mateus has been getting a lot of help from Yuki and, of course, Benji from B&J, one of the premier race builders in the world. Oh, look at that. Narateep on boat number 8 took the inside split and moved up into the second place spot, taking over Michael Treclet's spot. And he did that from the inside. Nice little sneaky move for Narateep Yongyu. Narateep, nicknamed Ter. He's only 18. He actually lives right here in Thailand. Works in a restaurant. I love the gentleman that built his boat. Where's the Jimbo tuner? So Ter right now in second with a slick move from the inside. There's Andrew Hubert Laurie in fourth. Ander he's 15 now, out of Tallinn, Estonia. Gentleman that loves ice hockey, riding for Speedline Racing. Sponsored by his family. He's a 5-time world champion. There's Mustan Min in fifth, who got pinched on the start, and now working up in the section. And it looks like 422 back in sixth. That's Akin Nipachudon. And there's Tanawid Moli. And Tanawin is in seventh. Tanawin Moli, one of Choke Moli's tins. I love the story behind those guys and their nicknames. Sixth Sense, because they had a sixth sense they were going to have twins. And twins they had. Tanawin, 17, out of Pattaya, Thailand. And his nickname is 6. Whoa, Andrew Hubert Laurie putting pressure on Treclet. Andrew Hubert trying to grab the line. Treclet, smart call. Trying to block him. Andrew Hubert Laurie is not at all afraid to keep the nose in there. And Andrew Hubert Laurie locks down that third place spot. The rider from France from second to fourth. Understandable, man. We are in a packed field of talent here. So Treclet, Mikhail Treclet, actually moving back a smidge, still just very respectful. And, you know, top 4, nothing to be worried about here with all of these motos these guys got to be going through. Again, you got a 14-minute moto we're going to be watching. A lot of pressure on these boats. Deborah Holzer, how are you, you beautiful lady? Deborah Holzer, of course, probably one of the biggest right-hand man. She has helped Peter de Smet on that Belgium tour, and of course joined us on the WGP 1 series last year. She was in Helsinki, Poland. We could not do all of the amazing racing without that incredible young lady behind the scenes who handles so many different parts of the logistics. Deborah, it's great to have you on the live stream. Love you, girl. Ken Gallagher. Mattias is looking amazing, isn't he? Ken Gallagher out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Ken, of course, a big photographer out there. Robbie Hall joining us. That was a beautiful pass, wasn't it, by Andrew Hubert-Laurie? And Adrian Fisk, the shoeless Adrian Fisk, riding down in the south of the United States. Got to see Adrian this year for the first time in Sweden. Came out and joined us in Sweden. Laos Komanye. Wow, it's great to have you, Laos. A fantastic junior rider from Hungary has joined us on the live stream. Ken Sims, mechanic to the stars, and he hung out a ton with Abdullah Al-Fadel for many years. Ken's great to have you on the live stream as well. Jeffrey DeCoit. Aw, I love you, bud. Jeffrey here as well. Thomas Wolf joining us on the live stream. Thank you guys all for chiming in. I want to say a shout out to the tournament advisors this year. These events don't go off without a tremendous amount of brain power. There's your third place rider, Andrew Hubert-Laurie. Let's take a look real quick before I do that. Mattias Reynes leading Naratip on boat number 8 is in second. Naratip Tongyi from Thailand riding for OTS. He is in second. And in third, Andrew Hubert-Laurie in Estonia. And if you take a look at the countries represented, Mattias Reynes riding for Estonia, followed by Thailand, and then once again Estonia, your top 3. France 4th, and Cambodia 5th. And just who took a look at that inside? Naratip trying to get some ground gained on Mattias Reynes, but it might be Andrew Hubert-Laurie that comes out on it. That's going to be Naratip meeting up with Andrew Hubert-Laurie. And Naratip shutting the door as he comes through that nice move. No change on the top 3. Still looking for your white flag. Robbie Hall, thank you so much. That's too kind of you. It is such a pleasure and a privilege to be over here and get the opportunity to announce. As you know, I mean, I don't have to tell you, this is the who's who of the legends currently in the sport. Of course, you're going to get a chance to see some of the top names making their way down to qualifying. I do want to give you that update. Once again, we are going dark for just a minute, not long. We're going to be going dark briefly after this race, and then we are bringing live the Runabout GP1 qualifying to you. That's going to be approximately 11-ish, so please stay tuned to your live timing, because that is going to be the biggest qualifying they're going to get a chance to see this weekend. We only have 18 spots on that line. 3 of them are already taking, so over 40 boats are going to be competing for those spots. That is a lot of pressure for the Runabout GP1 class. So 3 will be automatically transferred. Those are the top 3 in points that went to all 4 stops. And those guys will get an automatic pass to the main event. The rest of them are going to be dancing in this qualifier. We'll bring that to you live in about an hour. White flag is up for Mattias Reynes. 18-year-old gentleman out of Kohila, Estonia. Him and his dad are fanatics about racing. They also love to snow ski, and he said he loves it when it's rough and wavy. He said he doesn't like the cold weather in Estonia, which cracks me up. And again, a big shout out to B&J. He's had a lot of support, and I got to tell you, he has had a big hero from Lynn. That's Lynn Kuriashi, Francois, actually, the young lady that has been doing she's actually Yuki and Benji's daughter. And she was doing the slalom yesterday, and oh my gosh, she weighs all of maybe 20 pounds. She's just an absolute delight to watch, and she's been hanging out with Mattias Reynes all weekend. There's Naratip and Andrew Hubert-Laurie, your top 3. And Andrew keeping the pressure on this final lap. Team Tonbury Rockin' second place, Puran Hassanam, doing a shout out for Nartip. Not a tip. And I'm sorry the live timing is wrong. We'll get somebody on that for you. But your top three, Matthias, taking that outside split for this final little lap here. And these race conditions this morning have been nice and calm. Checker flag drops for Matthias Reynes. That's yes. That was easy. That was way too easy for him. Just kidding. They're never easy, right? Nartip will be your second place. Nartip Tongyi, followed by Ender Hubert Laurie. That is, again, your top three. Mikhail Traclet will be fourth, and Mustan Min should be fifth. And those two just come across. As we take a look back, we had some great racing this morning, and just a quick reminder, we've got a big schedule today. Nothing like tomorrow, though. Tomorrow and Sunday are going to be massive. Don't want you to forget, we're going to be broadcasting over 700 million households this weekend. And special thanks to Sport Authority of Thailand. Also special thanks to Toyota and Siam Watercraft. These are our top sponsors. PTT Lubricants. Man, what a big name in the business, right? Oh, and we're getting ready for qualifying. Just checking to see. But I'm already seeing qualifying down on the line. All right, so here's the update real quick. We are going to do some interviews with some of the riders, and then we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll go back to the qualifying. Right now they're doing a practice and a course orientation, and I'll get these riders teed up for you as we go to the Pro Runabout qualifying. But they're going to be doing some practice, and we're going to be doing some live interviews. Special thanks to Amazing Thailand and Toyota. Quick recap, we're going to be doing some live interviews with some of our winners and some of the people that are joining us here this weekend. Why we're doing that, let's talk about this amazing country. Do you know they have 68 million people in Thailand? This country actually was formerly known as Siam. If you look back in the history books and some of the incredible history of this beautiful and rich culture of history, it's now the official name is the Kingdom of Thailand. And some kind of cool facts. It's the 50th largest country in the world by total area. They're bordered by Myanmar, which used to be Burma, and Laos in the north. Cambodia is off to the east, Malaysia in the south, and the Andaman Sea is in the west. 94.5% of the population here is Buddhist. They, by the way, were the founding member of a huge association, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Thailand is divided into 76 different provinces, and they have 2 specially governed districts. One of them is Bangkok, and the other one is right here in Pattaya. And did you know, of the 68 million people, a tenth of all that population, that entire population in Thailand lives in Bangkok? And if you've ever had the pleasure of being in Bangkok at any time, incredible shopping, beautiful culture, amazing people, and man, you are really sent back in time with the markets, the little open markets that they do, and the flower markets. It's really something spectacular to see. If you ever get a chance, come to Thailand and take a visit. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. The food, the sights, the sounds, it's something special. I'm Dawn Dawson. We're broadcasting live right here on the beach at Jomtien Beach. In an area known for its lively party atmosphere, Pattaya. It's a tourist destination with all kinds of fun things to do. And we're actually on the east coast of the Gulf of Thailand. So that waterway that you're looking at is the Gulf of Thailand. And we're about 100 kilometers, if you're just like, where are we on the map? About 100 kilometers southeast of Bangkok. By the way, only 30 years ago, this little town was just a deserted little beach town. Something that fascinated me, there's 23 golf courses here in Pattaya. And again, right now, we're just doing practice for the riders, giving you a chance to get some of the background as we get ready to go. That looked like Phil Seegers walking through. Bart Seegers and Phil Seegers, of course, for Belgium. And the riders are going to go do orientation as we get ready for qualifying for Runabout GP1. And that's going to be a barn buster. Oh, hey, Ken. Yeah, let me get you some of the update. The number of heats, we're going to have 2 heats and then the LCQ. They're only taking 6 out of each heat. And then we're going to be taking 3 from the LCQ. Only 15 spots are open because we're only taking 18 to the line for Runabout. And 3 of those spots are reserved for the top 3 point series leaders. And those point series leaders, in order to qualify for that free pass into the main event, they had to go to all 4 events. So that's your setup for Runabout GP1. You should have heard that riders meeting last night as those guys were getting all the updates on that information. Because everybody came in, you know, pretty calm, cool, and collected. And then when they realized they'd have all these top riders from around the world, I mean, we are talking the cream de la cream, right? And they're going to go to qualifying. It got pretty rowdy and pretty fun. They're excited. And frankly, so are we. Can't wait. Let's talk a little bit about the tournament advisors for 2023. Special thanks to Scott Frazier, one of our tournament advisors. As you know, he is the president of the IJSBA. He's joined us over here in Pattaya. He is joined by Peter DeSmit, who is IJSBA Europe president. And Peter DeSmit, of course, is our race director as well. Ross Moore, representing for Oceania, Australia, another race director. Simon Ricks, representing for America. Troy Sakasiris, representing for Australia, another race director for us this year. Patrick Mell, representing for America, another race director, and Peter DeSmit. Those are our official race directors for the 2023 WGP1 WaterJet World Series. Last year, by the way, the Thai Cup was taken by Jeremy Perez, Mohamed El Baz, Francois Midori, Mohamed Burbaya, and Sam Johansson. But when it came to the World Series, well, that was Al Baz. And Skinny Mo taking the top 2. Can you remember that? What a day that was. And right now, we're going to be going to some rider interviews. All right, guys, we're back live. And do you believe right now we are in practice? So right now you're watching practice, I believe, as we get ready to go for the first qualifier for Runabout GP1. Hey, you guys, we're going to take a break. Yeah, I just got the update, by the way, from the production team. What we're going to do for you guys, we've got to go through practice for Runabout GP1, and also we've got some logistic things. So what we're going to do is take a break for an hour, and then we're going to come back. But what we're going to be bringing you is that qualifying for Runabout GP1. So here's the deal. Get some snacks.
National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.